Come and roll with us at 10th Planet Omaha and save 25% off your membership by entering code SMALLGUY at checkout. Go to SIMSDojo.com. And fellas, you can also use code SMALLGUY to save 10% off your total purchase at Stageman.com. If you're looking for new underwear, check out Stageman.com. Thanks for being a sponsor. What up, everybody? It's your man, Danelle, aka Small Guy Promotions, aka the Omaha Fatty, coming with another podcast episode of What's Up, Omaha. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Life is always good for me. Well, when I say always, like 90% of the time, life is good. You know, life always has its hurdles. But yeah, overall, life is good, man. Any day that you wake up, it's a good day. Sorry, this microphone keeps, there we go. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, just happy, man. I feel so good being able to do what I do with Small Guy Promotions and with Omaha Fatty. So I got just a couple of things to talk about today. One thing is, I talked about it last week. The audio podcast has reached over 11,000 listens. That's big for me. I'm super excited about that. I just keep trekking along, and eventually one day something is going to pop. There's something that's coming up at the beginning of 2021. I don't want to give out any information about it, any detail until it actually happens. But just something cool, just another thing. I'm riding the wave of momentum with everything that I'm doing. And I've always said that if I just stay consistent, continue to work hard, and do things for the right reasons, things will happen. Things will happen, and they will. I'm putting it out in the universe, and I'm getting opportunities back in return. I talked about it a few weeks ago. Sometimes opportunities don't work out, and you don't have to, do everything that comes up on your plate. You can turn some things away, or maybe some things don't work out for whatever reason, and that's okay. This camera or this microphone, sorry, it's gonna annoy me. Maybe I'll just keep it close to me. There we go. But yeah, things are just on the uptick, surely. Especially with Omaha Fatty. People really enjoy Omaha Fatty, and I get a lot of feedback with Omaha Fatty and a lot of engagement. And I'm always appreciative for people who take the time to leave a comment or react or share something that I post, or, suggest a restaurant that I should try. I appreciate you guys so much. We've got some more reviews coming along. I've got, I think, 4 in the pipeline. We had some back end stuff that we were getting fixed up. We were switching hosts. So my partner, Skylar, he said that's all completed. So we're about to get some new reviews loaded for the people who go to www.omahafatty.com and read the reviews on the website and subscribe to the newsletter. So anyone who does that, you'll be getting notifications soon, because there'll be more content coming. I promise you. Sorry for the delay. Thank you for your patience if you've been waiting for new reviews. And in the meantime, since I haven't released any actual reviews on the website, I've been trying to make sure to provide content through Facebook and Instagram. That's where a lot of my audience is, and that's where I get the most engagement, is on those 2 platforms. So I make sure to keep the content rolling there and let people know. I had asked a few weeks ago about how I could make Omaha Fatty and food blogging a full-time gig, and I got some great response to that. Some great responses to that. And one of the things was making sure to cross promote more, which I don't do a ton, because I know that people like to be in the channels that they're in. So I don't want to be on Facebook and shouting out Twitter. But maybe I am going to start doing that a little more, because I'm out there on different platforms, and maybe some people don't know. But for Small Guy Promotions and Omaha Fatty, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on TikTok. You can find both of those companies on Google, Google local guides. I'm a local guide for both businesses. Uh, yeah, so I'm out there. So, oh, and YouTube as well. I'm out there on YouTube as well. Omaha Fatty Small Guy Promotions. I've got channels. So I try to be in a good amount of places to reach more people, of course. And each different platform has its own pros and cons. So right now, for me, I feel like Facebook and Instagram are the ones where I get the most engagement. So I put a lot of stuff out there. I'm active on Twitter, but not as active as I am on Facebook and Instagram. Um, and that stuff will come. And part of it is just a time restraint, uh, probably more a lack of focus and having a schedule mapped out for myself, because that's what I should be doing. I should be following a schedule every week, but I'm not really big into like scheduling and organizing. So I just do everything when I feel like it. Sometimes I'll schedule posts to kick out at certain times, but a lot of times I just like to jump on and do it. But that also creates more opportunity for me to lose time or lose track of time, because I get stuck in those uh those moments of just scrolling after I post stuff, just scrolling and looking. And before I know it, especially with these TikTok videos and reels and everything that all the platforms have now, where it's got the little 60-second videos, and then you get stuck into it. Before you know it, it's like 30 minutes gone, an hour gone. You're like, dude, I was just jumping on to do this. So that's the con to not scheduling things and just having them automatically fire out. But yeah, man, I'm still riding the wave of momentum from the article that came out through Papillion Times and Omaha World Herald. So again, thank you to Adam Branting for reaching out to me and wanting to interview me. I've gained more eyes, more followers, more support, people just being in tune to what is going down with Omaha Fatty. Um, so thank you guys. Thank you, Adam, man. Like, I appreciate it. And it just goes to show that I just got to keep doing what I said I was going to be doing. And people see me, they get it. But yeah, man, I put that post out there asking about how can I like make this more of an income type of deal where I can maybe leave my job. I've been talking about leaving my job for years. I don't even know. I think it was two 2 years ago where I thought I was going to be gone, and then COVID hit and all that. It just messed up everything, and I stopped putting in applications and whatnot. And I got to work from home, so I got comfortable working from home, and like I don't want to have to go out anywhere. Um, and then I had made a podcast probably earlier this year saying I need to quit my job, or I have to quit my job, and it's true. I have to, like, it's just not me. This job is just not me. And it hasn't been for a long time, but I'm being responsible right now, as I have been, and taking care of the family, because Omaha Fatty and Small Guy Promotions aren't bringing in enough income, and I don't have benefits through these side gigs. So I got to do what I got to do. So when you see me talking about leaving my job and you're like, why is he still there? Well, I'm still there because I got to be smart about it. I have to do it. I have to do it in a certain way to make sure that we're set up for success. I said that before. Um, but man, I've been seeing people post on Facebook saying they just up and left the job, and I'm like, ooh, it's so close to being time, man. It's so close. Like, we've got a decent amount of savings. We could pay our bills for a year. Granted, if nothing pops up, for a little more than a year, probably. It's so tempting, but I know my wife would not be happy if I just up and quit, which I would really love to do. So that's why I'm really leaning into Omaha Fatty and working on things. I've got some ideas that I'm going to try to lean into and put more effort and energy into, because I gotta go. I gotta go. And I've been working from home, and my employer says that we're going back to work in January, and I don't want to go back. So that's going to be my goal. I got to try to get out before January. I know it's not a lot of time. Uh, and I've been working on some marketing criteria through HubSpot, material, I should say, through HubSpot for social media marketing. And now I'm going through the digital marketing section. You know, I got my certificate for the social media marketing side. And so now I've just got my exam for the digital marketing side, but I want to go back through and brush up on it a little bit because I didn't get like a great score on the social media marketing side, and I could have done better, but I spread the review and the studying off, like it spanned between like months, and I should have did it in like a couple of weeks. It's just watching videos and like you know, taking in the content, and then you know, answering little short quizzes at the end of some of the sections, and then you have an hour-long exam. Well, that's how much time you're allotted, but it didn't take an hour for me to do. I went through it relatively quickly because I don't like taking tests. I never have liked taking tests, and I rush through them as fast as I can, whenever I can. But I got like a 76 or 70. I think it was a 76, 78, but it passed. I got the certificate. That's all that matters. But yeah, I got to do the digital marketing side. So I want to have that stuff just to add to my resume. But ultimately, I really don't want, I don't want to have to go back to a place where I'm working 40 hours a week for someone else, because it cuts down on the time that I get to do the things that I enjoy with Small Guy Promotions and Omaha Fatty. So yeah. And speaking of things that I enjoy, I haven't coordinated any events since COVID. I had one event scheduled in June of 2020 that we canceled because of COVID. And I haven't scheduled anything for 2021 just because I wasn't sure. And then I'm like, I still don't really want to be around a bunch of people. Yeah, I just like a crowd. I don't know. Still not 100% comfortable being around a lot of people like that, just because I don't trust people. And I don't trust people to take care of themselves, and you know, a lot of people are selfish, and they don't think about other people and what positions they put other people in. And I'll give you a quick instance of this happening. So I got the 10th Planet shirt on today. One of the last tournaments that we went to, there was a white belt. I don't know his name or anything, but I think we were down in Little Rock, Arkansas, and he had traveled from a couple hours away from the location of the tournament, and he had paid his admission fee, of course, to compete. I wasn't competing. I had just recently became blue belt under the 10th Planet system, and I didn't have anyone in my bracket. I wasn't competing. I took my stuff just in case. Well, this white belt, he just wanted matches. So he had a couple of matches scheduled, but he wanted as many matches as he could get. So I was going to roll with him just to give him an extra match. Well, he's out there. He had his 2 matches or 3 matches. I don't know how many matches he had. He went against 2 guys for sure, but sometimes you go against people more than once, depending on how the bracket goes. I don't know how it all panned out for him. But I touched base with him after he got done with his matches. He was sitting down by the referee table. I went over to him and I said, "Hey man, you still want to get a roll in? If so, I'll go get my gear on or whatever." And he's like, "Nah, man, I can't. I can't. I'm actually sick." He said, I woke up with 103 fever, but I didn't want to lose out on the money that I paid for the tournament. So I came and rolled. And I was like, what? And this is before COVID, but still, like, this is why I don't trust people. Like, you knowingly came out, and it's not even like you're just around people. You're all up close. Like, you're close. in close quarters to people when you're doing jujitsu. There's no way around not being close to people. And you knowingly came out with 103 point whatever your 103.7 fever, and you came out and competed against people. Not only did you put them at risk, you may have put whoever else that those people will be around at risk. And then midway through the conversation, the guy has to get up because he's feeling sick. So he gets up and tries to beeline to the restroom, and he doesn't even make it to the restroom, and he pukes on the floor in the gymnasium, like right before the doorway. And he's got to go and clean it up. He cleans it up himself. He goes and gets a mop and bucket. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not really trying to be around a ton of people because I don't trust people. I don't trust people to make the right decisions to keep other people safe. And who knows how many people that guy may have gotten sick at that event. And I was like, bro, I told him, I said, they would have refunded your money or like put it towards another tournament. You would have been okay to compete on a different day, bro. Like and his girlfriend was mad at him. She was there with him. She was like, I told him not to come and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, that's just so negligent. Like, why would you do that? So that's why I don't trust people with COVID or any other sickness because, I always talk about how I see grown adults who go and use the restroom and don't wash their hands. And I'm just like, nah, man, I can't get down with that. So that's why I'm not really trying to be around a ton of people. I'm not deep into the whole COVID thing with like how some people are. It's not that. Before COVID, I was considered a germaphobe by many people. So, doing the things that I do now often are not much different than things I was doing before COVID. So I always had hand sanitizer with me for years since I wasn't like 17, 18. I always carried around hand sanitizer. But anyway, I got way off track there telling you guys about that. But stuff that I enjoy doing, events, emceeing, and I wanted to bring up the not coordinating events because this past Friday, I got the opportunity, the privilege to be the MC for the fun run at my daughter's elementary school. Shout out to Rumsey Station Elementary in Papillion, Nebraska, the engineers. Yeah. Shout out to Principal Cal Dan for reaching out to me and asking me to MC the event. It was fun. I got the day off of work. I spent the whole day at the school and I MC'd all the runs for every grade. And I got people coming up to me during the event saying that I did a great job. And people thought that MCing was my job. Like that's what I do. I even had the cheerleaders from the high school who came over and they were like, you look like you enjoy your job. I was like, oh man, I wish this was my job, but it is not. So if you need an MC or a host for a gig, Omaha Fatty Small Guy Promotions might be up for the job. That might be stuff that I try to do more to bring in some additional income to be able to quit my job. So yeah, if you have an MC gig, you need a host, as long as I don't have to dress up, like I'm down. I did have to turn down it was a free gig, but my neighbor, Amy, she asked me to, if I would be interested in emceeing a gala. And I'm like, a gala, you got to dress up. I'm not trying to dress up like that. I don't like dressing up. So I said no to that. But the fun run was cool. I could just wear whatever I wanted. I had on some sweatpants and a shirt. They had the school stuff on it, the little engineering mascot. Yeah, so I bought that. We bought that last year. So I had the whole outfit. So I was rocking that. But I had parents coming up to me saying that I made it fun and the kids enjoyed it and whatnot. Even at a birthday party that my daughter went to this weekend, one of the girls came up and said, I enjoyed your singing at the fun run. And she gave me a high five. And I was like, yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. I enjoy that type of stuff. And it's so crazy. Like I forgot how fun it is. And I also forgot how much energy I put out, because during the event, I'm totally cool. I'm good. And then as soon as it's time to be done, all my energy goes. And then, the school is in the neighborhood. So we walked to the school and I had to walk home and walk uphill. And I was like, oh, yeah. I came home and took a nap, man. I was like, bro, I forgot how much energy I give out at these events. But yeah, that's what it was. It was a fun opportunity. I was so glad that I was able to do it and that I was able to get off of work to do it. But that's the thing. I don't want to have to get off of work to go and do something and volunteer at my daughter's school or whatever. I just want to be available and free to do it at my will. Like, I don't want to have to, ask someone else, can I get this off? One of my friends, Gene, AKA TKO, Omaha, you might know him as, but TKO, he said to me recently, we were trying to plan an outing to eat. And he's like, you trying to do dinner or lunch? I'm like, man, I'm trying to do dinner. I can't do lunch. I only get 30 minutes for lunch. And he was like, 30 minutes for lunch? That doesn't even make sense. You are too talented to have to work for someone and only get 30 minutes for lunch. Like, you should just be doing whatever you want to do. All signs are pointing towards me doing whatever I want to do. So it's coming, guys. It's coming. I'm going to work really hard these next few months, and I'm going to try to be done with my job by the time they want us to go back. I'm putting all my extra time and energy into those things. So look out for big things coming, big things popping from Omaha Fatty Small Guy Promotions, man. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. But again, shout out to Rumsey Station. We had a good time. I know they raised a lot of funds for the fun run. Thank you to all the parents that came out to support your kids at the event, all the volunteers. I had the spotlight, I had the microphone and the speakers and whatnot, but I was not the only volunteer. There were other parents out there who made it happen. The whole PTO board, they put it all together. I just showed up and talked. That's all I did. There's other people behind the scenes that did so much work, so much more than I did, and they deserve a bulk of the credit because they put it all together. I was just their voice. I was that, that's all I was. But it was a good time. So shout out to all the volunteers, all the staff, and especially the kids who were out there. These kids were going crazy. They were running around so much, man. I was trying to tell them, like, hey guys, like, you can walk if you want to. You don't have to run the whole time. But these kids were like, shh. And I was like, dude, I even ran around with them one time and I was like, man, nah, I haven't run enough recently to be out there trying to run. So one lap was enough for me. But it was a fun time and I enjoy doing that type of stuff. I enjoy bringing you guys food content, and I'm going to keep doing that and keep shouting out these local restaurants and businesses. Yeah, man, that's what it is. That's what I'm going to do. I just hope that, I can make it consistent enough, or at least find a lane that actually works for me and that, feels good. People are always like, what do you want to do? What type of work? I'm like, I'm doing what I want to do right now. I just need to be able to make income from it. Like, I don't want to do anything else. I'm already doing it. But yeah, man, that's it, baby. That's it. Shout out to 10th Planet Omaha. If you want to come and train with me at 10th Planet Omaha, make sure that you can go to SIMSDojo.com, use the code SMALLGUY to get 25% off of your membership. Come and have fun. You see me posting photos all the time from the dojo. I'm having a good time. I'm getting back in shape. Yeah. I'm losing weight, feeling good. Come and train with us at 10th Planet Omaha. Come and roll with us. Also, got a sponsor for the podcast, StagemanUnderwear.com. Make sure to check those guys out. And again, you can use code SMALL GUY to get a discount. You get a discount. Use code SMALL GUY. I believe it's 10% off if you use the code. I'll have to double check that, but make sure to check us out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you're listening. Wherever you're taking in the What's Up Omaha podcast, please subscribe, smile, help someone else smile, laugh, and help someone else laugh all day, every day. Yeah. Thank you very much. Peace out, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah.